Who'd have thought that I lived to see this day? A blue sky, sun burning, birds chirping. The Bible says life is a vapor, so life is uncertain. So praises to the God that daily unveils my curtain. Seeing today feels like a beautiful day to die, and it's for certain. As I wake up and make up to see a new day arrive, a new chapter in the presence of our Master, we smile and give praises to the author, believing that today will be another exercise of faithful living. But what does it mean to live when sometimes it feels better to die? Let me talk to you about the fear of the flesh. They say a passion towards God produces an immuneness to ashes, which ties an infallible faith to an elusive fear. Well, my pastor says fear is false experiences appearing real. But sometimes my ordeal, or rather idea of dealing with fear, is cultivated by a realness of happiness and a right-ish way of saying, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's fine. You know, we'll be out just in the nick of time. After all, that's why we call him Jehovah, nick of time, right? Wrong, but as I sit up and flip up a shirt and tie, I tie my conscience to a tree of hate plus anger, which is rooted in me. A cavity that ate away my mind, body, and spirit. Now, maybe that's why the Bible says your conscience bears witness within two lives and one world lies. My salvation messed up, tangled, and disoriented. And so much of this feeling of fear left me infected. But this was expected, because how can a man follow a Jesus Christ-like impression? Yet see, that wasn't the message. And just as Israel ran for 40 years without connection, so I ran just as far, searching for promises without reception, thinking that I would find my promised land undetected. But the only metal detected was fool's gold, breathless, and all that running did was leave me cardiac arrested and locked up to where I couldn't even move. So I reflected on my past and how my choices equal death, and so I rested. And I thought that it was because I was black that death was my verdict from being tested. It's just sometimes I mistake black for dark, because the contrast between white and light doesn't seem to make sense. They say when in the dark, objects begin to take shape. Rugs turn into holes, shoes turn into moles, which is ironic because moles like to hide in dark places. They would crawl in their holes, and I would crawl in my bed where an underlying presence of death lay there for me now, locked in my own room with my own keys that wouldn't even fit the door. I was pinned to the bed with pins the size of nails that pierced my hands and legs like Christ. Except at the courts of hell, I was guilty of charge with no ATM, no credit, no debit. He said where I was going, you couldn't charge bail to my card. If only I would have lived in the spirit and not fulfilled the lust of the flesh, so maybe this flesh wouldn't have taken my life. Father, forgive me, for I know not what I know. Who'd have thought that the judge would issue a mercy so sufficient that he erased my whole past and suited me up for a better work ministry?